United States Stock Exchanges. Chapter 1. American Stock Exchanges. Stock Exchanges Info. The stock exchanges do not sell stocks. They are merely meeting places where stocks are sold. Only members of the exchange can trade on the floor itself, which is made up of booths and electronic equipment that deals with all the companies on the exchange. Brokers there bid on stocks in the same manner as people at a flea market or auction bid on goods. There are brokers that represent companies, specialist brokers who deal in a few stocks, and brokers for hire that make money by doing transactions for whoever requests them. All these brokers and transactions are monitored by the seconds with random inspections. Beyond the stock exchanges, there are private securities dealers and private corporations like Instinet and Nasdaq which buy and sell stocks through computer transactions, and increasingly, stocks are sold over the Internet. Canada has 5 exchanges in Toronto, Montreal, Winnipeg, Vancouver, and Calgary. New York Stock Exchange, NYSE. To qualify for the New York Stock Exchange, a company must have pre-tax earnings of at least $2.5 million. At least 1.1 million shares of common stocks outstanding with a market value of at least $18 million. The New York Stock Exchange lists over 2,300 companies typically known as the big blue chip companies. New York Stock Exchange. 11. Wall St. NYC 10005. 212-656-3000. NYSE.com. Investors Information Kit, $5. For complaints, address your correspondence to the Arbitration Department. American Stock Exchange, Amex. To qualify for Amex, a company must have either of the following: pre-tax earnings of at least $750,000. At least 500,000 shares of common stocks outstanding with a market value of at least $3 million. Or pre-tax earnings of at least $750,000. At least 250,000 shares of common stocks outstanding with a market value of at least $2.5 million. American Stock Exchange. Rulings and Inquiries Department. 86 Trinity Place, New York, New York 10006. 212-306-1000. 800 The Amex. Fax, 212-306-1802. Amex.com. They will answer questions and process complaints. Other U.S. stock exchanges. Boston Stock Exchange. 53 State St. Boston, Massachusetts 02109. 617-723-9500. Cincinnati Stock Exchange. 209 Dixie Terminal Building, Cincinnati, Ohio 45202. 513-621-1410. Intermountain Stock Exchange. 39 Exchange Place, SLC, Utah 84011. 801-363-2531. Midwest Stock Exchange. 120 LaSalle St. Chicago, Illinois 60603. 312-368-2222. Pacific Stock Exchange. 618 South Spring St. La, California 90014. 213-489-4800. Pacific Stock Exchange. 301 Pine St. SF, California 94104. 415-393-4000. PBW, Philadelphia Stock Exchange. 17th Saint and Stock Exchange PL. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19103. 215-563-4700. PHLX.com. Spokane Stock Exchange. 206 Radio Central Building, Spokane, Washington 99210. 509-624-4632. U.S. Stock Exchange websites. Amex.com, American Stock Exchange. CBOE.com, Chicago Board Options Exchange. CBOT.com, Chicago Board of Trade. ChicagoStockX.com, the Chicago Stock Exchange. CME.com, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. CSECE.com, Coffee, Sugar, and Cocoa Exchange. Instanet.com. Island.com. KCBT.com, Kansas City Board of Trade. MGEX.com, Minneapolis, Grain Exchange. NASDAQ.com, NASDAQ. NASDAQTrader.com. NICE.com, New York Cotton Exchange. NYMEX.com, Mercantile Exchange. NYSE.com, New York Stock Exchange. OTCBB.com. PacificX.com, Pacific Exchange. PHLX.com, Philadelphia. NASDAQNews.com, NASDAQ Newsroom. NYBOT.com, New York Board of Trade, New York Cotton Exchange. NASDAQ/National Association of Securities Dealer Automated Quotation. NASDAQ/National Association of Securities Dealer Automated Quotation is made up of two categories of stock. NASDAQ National Market, each company with net tangible assets of over $4 million. NASDAQ Small Caps Market, which lists all other companies. Unlike the NYSE and Amex, NASDAQ does not have a physical trading floor. It's an electronic exchange, which is increasingly becoming the way to go because there's more access than on a physical floor. Some companies prefer to be with NASDAQ than with the big exchanges for this reason. NASDAQ generally has fewer trading fees than the other exchanges. To qualify for NASDAQ, a company must have either of the following: pre-tax earnings of at least $750,000. A market value of all shares totaling at least $1 million. At least 400 shareholders. Net assets over $4 million. Number of stocks listed is 4,700. National Association of Securities Dealers Inc. National HQ, NASDAQ. 1735 K St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20006. 202-728-8000. Fax, 202-293-6260. 800-289-9999. 800-289-7999. 800-225-7720. NASDAQ.com. NASDR.com. NASDAQ Regional Offices. National Association of Securities Dealers, NASDAQ. 33 Whitehall St. 8th FL. NYC 10004. 212-858-4400. National Association of Securities Dealers, NASDAQ. District 1 Office. 1 Union Square. Number 1911. Seattle, Washington 98101. 206-624-0790. National Association of Securities Dealers, NASDAQ. District 2. 425 California St. Number 1400. San Francisco, California 94101. 415-781-3434. National Association of Securities Dealers, NASDAQ. District 3. 727 West 7th St. Los Angeles, California 90017. 213-627-2122.